So what's up, everyone? This is Soul with another video, and today I am here with Shat. Kind of a soft CH there. I'm here with Shat. We're going to talk about the things we want from housing, which is like just a massive list. There is no shortage of things that we want in player housing in the future, or yesterday, or from the very beginning, right? And so what I wanted to do is to just have this kind of like big open discussion about the things that we want, but also prioritize it into a tier list for fun and content. But I think it'd be, mostly a fun thing. So let's not take all this like too seriously. This will just kind of give us like a kind of a feel of what it is that people might want most. And of course, I'm going to put my thumb on the scale too, because there are things that I want. And I'm piling this thing, and so we'll see how this goes, and it will be fun for me, at least. Please like the video, subscribe for more stuff. Catch me where I'm live, and we are live right now. We're with chats. Say hi, and we'll kind of get to things, and very casually. And of course I'm gonna cut this thing very heavily, so hopefully it's not like a 3-hour video. I already have 2 character banks full of decor. Yeah, so. To me, that's odd to use characters for that kind of storage, especially if it's just for like one kind of storage. Profession folk, they already do things like this. We've been doing things like this. Oh, here's my guild bank just full of like an assortment of like consumables or ingredients and things like that. And now we're just kind of moving up to like decor. Then it feels really lame to have decor take up one whole slot. So stackable decor, ability to stack rooms with no floors to make octagon shaped stairwell. Oh, so basically more stairwell, more stairwell rooms, right? Like a visitor log. I think they talked about that, but I'll just put it in there. More skybox options. That's gonna really elevate. Diable placeable walls. Okay. That makes a lot more sense to me. Oh, dude. Reverse doors. People want water tiles, and I have big doubts that's ever going to happen. They want decor, not brushes, basically. Of course, we use decor as brushes, but I think they want to like stick to the idea of like every bit of decor is an actual standalone thing. I'm going to be a little bit arbitrary, and I'm going to say like let's limit 10 things per section, something like that. I'm throwing out a number here. We're making up rules as we go along. Typical child. So the criteria is it should have been here from the start. The fact that it's not in from the start has hurt housing, and then we'll go with that sort of priority. All right, so feel free to chime in and be like, yo, just put something at whatever, just go ahead and mouth off, and then we'll start playing with things. Okay, so things that I guess, yeah, things that'll stay here. Like I guess the trading post folks are not happy with. Racial exterior should be high up. Jukebox is really high up there. More skybox options near the bottom. I'm gonna put it up here for now. I mean, it doesn't belong in the bottom, that's for sure. But like, I'm just thinking of like whether they're ever going to do it at all. This is my prediction. The most popular blueprints are going to be the ones that are unfurnished, that are kind of unfurnished homes, or it's minimally furnished, and it leaves more for the player, to place for themselves. So it's so the big sell on blueprints is going to be like having a cool layout, great shapes, stairwells that'll lead to this and that, and then so on and so forth. Mass select at the very top. Yeah, mass select. I totally buy into that one. I'm gonna say no clip is up there, but I don't think it hurts us. Teleport pads, I think they should be up there. Visitors log. Do I have that in there? Visitors log. I'm gonna put that pretty high up. I think that's one of those things that help bring the whole social aspect. You leave here a little bit of a mark. Remove house. Remove no exterior. To me, that was really important. I remember I asked about that during the interview with Jesse Kalanchik, and we got into a brief conversation about, okay, what happens if you place it, you have your house and or you have your lot and you have an entrance, but it's just like a door, but then the lot is just, it's like super hidden, and that would kind of like troll people, and that would make for a bad experience. I'm like, okay, I get it, but I want that anyway. But was it important to have at the very start of housing? I suppose not, because I think the way I look at the customizable housing that we get, the racial housing and all that, to me that feels like kind of sort of a beginner mode, for people who want to have like an easy way of having a place that is iconic and it has like a certain look and feel. We've been able to see folks use advanced mode and all the kit bash and everything to make all sorts of racial housing. And the no exterior, I would say that's very advanced housing. Third row, I want to set my warband characters in places around my home when I logged into them. I am not a fan of this personally, but it feels like it's a really big request, and folks have at least expressed their displeasure about not being able to display their warband. Now, if anyone who's been on the PTR, if they've looked at pets and how they behave, to me that's just kind of like a visual representation of why we still don't have warband characters walking around, because they're not smart. Hunter warlock pets, I'm gonna put up here. Guild halls. Does it hurt people? Does it hurt us? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it will, and then we'll see what you guys think. I noticed that no one has talked about the restrictions. Like, hey, I don't want one house in each neighborhood. I want one in everything, and so on and so forth. So maybe people gave up. Co-op building, it's not at the bottom. Doesn't deserve to be at the bottom. Toys that become decor, that's been a big ask. Numerical size and rotation, I'm seeing that as like a really important thing for like fine tuning and all that. And from bottom is search place decor. To me, that's really up there. Player power is probably going to stay down here. Target dummies probably stays down here. More stairwell rooms. I'm going to move it up. I'm going to start moving things up. Mounts, I'm going to put it up top. Trading post decor needs to be really high. Folks have been shouting it down, actually. Yeah, I have a feeling it might not survive going higher. Customized walls, I'm going to move up. Profession stations, controversial in my opinion, but we'll move that up a little bit. Is this list for fun? No. Once this is done, I'm going to submit this to Blizzard, and then they're going to commit to all of it. No, it's just for fun. Now, with the trading post stuff, at least the way that I would present it, you would buy it from the trading post once, and then you would buy it and then it would basically unlock the purchase in the neighborhood, if that makes any sense. So you pay the tender once, and then you buy it with gold from the neighborhood. I know it'd be very controversial too, because it's like, oh, okay, what if you're not there for it, right? Then you're screwed, because you don't know when it's going to come back. At least with the holiday stuff that's coming, and this is my prediction, it feels as if, when the holiday comes into town, the decor, you would just buy it for like whatever the currency is. Like, for example, we're going to hit up Brewfest, and so you're going to pay whatever Brewfest token things that it is, and then when the holiday is over, you can still buy it, but maybe you'll buy it with like gold or something like that, but it's a lot of gold, so that way it kind of encourages people to be like, okay, well, maybe I'll buy it with gold, or maybe I'll just wait for the holiday to come back again. Because I showed this in some video where the holiday vendor, it's a vendor. They sell all sorts of stuff. It's a big assortment of things. And so that's a strong communication to me, at least, that the vendor isn't just going to go away. It's always going to be selling that stuff. It's just how much is it going to cost, and does the cost change when the holiday is active? And I think it'd be cool if it did have that sort of like, always on, but different kind of vibe. There's 11 things up here. I'm being arbitrary. I know that I'm saying only 10 things should be up here, but some things gotta go. I kind of want to get rid of guild halls. because we've been fine without it. Now remember, the context here is what has hurt housing because it's not here yet. I kind of feel like guild halls can go down. The audience for that is way more limited, right? NPC warband, that's for everyone who cares about displaying alts. Like, I don't play alts, but if I wanted to, what if I just wanted, like, 30 hot babes like running around my house? I should be able to do that, and I don't need anyone for that. So down it goes. Now, is there anything that you guys think should be bumped up, either to the very top or like to wherever? Is co-op building like being able to help someone place things in their house? Yes. So co-op building would be, hey mouse, can you help me out? And then mouse is like, that'll be 200,000 gold an hour. And I'll be like, swipe. and then there they go. So co-op building. So that's closer to the bottom right now. What do you guys think? Should co-op building be a little bit higher? Because remember, I do remember when they were presenting housing, like they were showing off some footage where it looked as if there were multiple people building in the same place. There's a lot of different sort of back end work, things that we don't care about. But I'm sure like this is like a really tough thing. But also, like, I think of co-op building, but I also think of, well, blueprints are going to do that too, right? It's like, yo, mouse, make me a thing, make me a new entrance. Okay, boom, here's the code, and then I download it. So it's the difference between like the end result is the same. The difference is whether I could watch them doing it live or not. And so is that important to me? To me, it's not. I'm cool with just like browsing through the WoW housing database, finding a place that I like. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do this. As opposed to, all right, let me look through this list of people. Okay, let me talk with them, set something up, so that way they can come over and like do their thing. To me, that's why co-op building, it's not that big of a thing, but I'm only talking about that one function. What about spouse? What if you two just want to like, hey guys, let's do things together as a family, yay? And because that's cool. That feels very neat to do. From on a more personal social level, right? From a contractor level, that's where I would be like, oh, you know what, blueprints will do it, man. Just way easy. I think let's move jukebox up and NPCs down. I do like the housing soundtrack. It's a very mellow track, but of course, variety is king, right? I have seen a lot of chatter about, hey, I want to toggle between the day and the night room. Another exit and entrance for the skybox room. That would be cool. I'll bump it up for now. I don't know if I want to do 10 up here too. That feels cruel. Actually, I'll go with 15. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so let's go with 15 up here. 2 things must go. So what is not as big of a deal? And what have we been living without? That's like, okay, I'd be cool with it. I think the map can go down. Yeah, I think I can live without the map. Personally, I think guild halls can go down too, still. Because guild halls, yeah, like as a guild person, love it. But do I need it? I'm gonna bump it down. So we're down to 15, but we can keep going if you want to, make room for something else. No exterior move up. It's been okay. So I don't think it's as critical. I mean, people are talking about it more these days. But they didn't talk about it at the start. They talked about racial housing first and foremost. Light switches, faucets, etc. Now that'd be cool to have like interactable decor that fills like a bathtub or something like that. That'd be kind of neat. I don't know how the hell that would work. That sounds like a crap ton of stuff on the background, because now we're doing like Minecraft kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are needed before that. There needs to be like this whole layer of logic-based stuff that would happen. So that's why I'm leaving it down there for now. And if it doesn't go anywhere, that's cool. How do I say it? Turn off interactive decor. So the kit bash stuff, most importantly, like the piano keys, the fridge doors, and all that stuff. If we want to not click on them, I'm going to move that up once, just once. I feel like disabling the interactiveness of a thing should be cool. So imagine like, yo, dude, I want to have, I'm cheap, buddy. I want to have shelves that are filled with books. The only thing that offers that is the secret shelf. Let me turn off the secret shelf so I can have that thing. So I think that would be great to have. So, or always on settings. That'd be interesting too. So like a door that starts off as open. That'd be kind of neat. I think it's good so far. Is there anything that we want to adjust here on rows 1 and 2? So we have 10 items here at the very top. We have 15 here. Should anything move up or down? Is there anything down here on the bottom 3 rows that should be like adjusted, you know, as like a priority? Like, yo, we got to have this, or it's we can live without it. So far, it looks like it's pretty hard to break into number 1. I will demote jukebox. We'll bring that thing down. I guess I need to clarify for myself, like, what did we say about dyeing everything? Because we can't dye literally everything. We're not gonna, I don't think it's feasible to be like, oh, we need to dye like the Dark Heart, or we need to dye stuff from, you know, crafted vanilla stuff. I think that's going a step far. I think that everything should be just about the stuff purchased in the neighborhoods. Let's not go too nuts. Okay, I want to make it nice and clear. And then for the moment, I will put it here and then see how people react. I'm only really like caring most about like the top 2. The rest are just kind of like a let's see where things go there. Some things they just haven't really like taken off to like try to move up anywhere. So this might be it. A jukebox should be at the top. What do you guys think? Should the jukebox be moved from tier 3 to tier 1? Because I'm sure if some people would be like, yo, but what about the things that are here, guys? These need to like go up too. Because I feel pretty amenable to moving down housing management. You know, it's limited to private neighborhoods. Not everyone deals with that. And even for like my guild, and we're not too big on housing as a whole, it's not a big deal. So what should go there anyway? I'm gonna go with window lighting. Boop. Which means there's a space down in tier 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we have room on the second tier. This stream took way longer than I thought. I mean, this is housing requests. There's no end to this, right? We wanted to have the illusion of windows, right? We didn't want like, we're not trying to ask for like invisible stuff, because I don't think that was what we were talking about. Basically, we're looking for, you know, with Glass House, I'm looking for an alternative to the jewel crafting table. So something that is like semi-translucent, something along the lines of, for example, the jewel crafting table, or another example would be the popular one. Come on, buddy. The greenhouse. You know, different kind of texture there. I'm not saying either or. I'm just talking about, you know, examples of what a glass tile would be. But I don't think invisible would be great, because just if you just wanted something invisible, just make it just don't have anything. So we're doing it. Boop. So I think as it is right now, this is the list of things that's really, really, you know, we want to have and really should have had before. So at the top of it is transmog as decor. No one has questioned that. Thank goodness. People want more racial housing. They want more tools like being able to copy paste, undo stuff, mass select and move things. Folks want NPCs, their warband, to show up, whether it is their actual warband or if they want to like dress up a whole bunch of like hot gnomes and you know, have them walk around doing stuff. People want to be able to search place decor in advanced mode. It's very hard to do right now. People want to be able to fine-tune the sizing and rotation of things by like single increments. I think some add-ons can do that right now. Folks want mounts and in the house and the lots, and they want adjustable window lighting. So we want to be able to like change the colors of different windows, and also change the intensity, the brightness, the lumens, whatever that are coming out of it. On the second tier, and that's kind of what matters most, folks want to be able to have more decor added to existing endeavors. So hey, if the Kappa people have a coffee cup that's filled up and smoking, I want an empty one. They can just add something like that. That doesn't seem like such a big deal to add, either in like one of the minor patches or something. Just something that makes the individual endeavors grow. Because for veteran housing folks, some of these endeavors may feel stagnant or feel very routine. Of course, there's the ever-present call of having more neighborhoods, bigger neighborhoods as well, whether it's just having like new places to settle in, or if we want to expand on the existing places in Razorwind and Founders, like blast open a mountain, and then all of a sudden you have like this big underground area. Like, that would be cool. Having straight up more windows would be very useful. Just more variety is king. Not so different from being able to adjust stuff, but just having more windows would be great. Hunter Warlock pets, Blizzard has already talked about how that is difficult to do, but that doesn't change anything. We still want that. Visitor log would really help with the social aspect of the game. Someone here, they had recommended both a visitor log inside as well as outside, in case people like want to visit, but they're not allowed in, but they at least want to kind of like let people know that they were there for a second. More armillary options, so additional options for the armillary, such as, hey, I want to change both the brightness and perhaps like the color tone in the house. We want toys to become decor. A lot of cool things that we've been able to see, or maybe even able to, like, let's say we have like the engineering weather machine, and then that will unlock some sort of option that'll let us change the kind of immediate weather effect in the vicinity of our plot, something like that. Stackable decor sounds like a kind of technical issue, but that would really help for folks who have been maybe amassing decor from doing a bunch of dungeons and raids and whatnot. They get it, they get this decor, but they don't want to use it because they don't want it to hit their storage limits. So being able to stack that stuff and then otherwise store it elsewhere, that would be very helpful. Teleport pads would allow for a ton of versatility with how we do our builds. It'll let us teleport to like entirely different areas, or like the middle of a room. So it would change the way entrances and exits will look. In fact, if we think about like skybox rooms and how people really would like to have the option of being able to go from one end of the skybox room to the other as if we're walking through an outdoor area, what if, it's kind of a janky way to do it. What if we went from one end to the other, and at the other end is a teleport pad or trigger or something like that let us, teleport somewhere else in the house. So while layout wise, it would feel kind of disjointed from a flow, someone who's walking through the house, it would make a whole lot of sense, and it would just make the house feel like that much bigger. So that'd be very cool. I know I talked about that one a lot. So flipping decor is being able to like reverse the orientation of decor. So for example, those darn doors that, if we want to have like double doors, being able to flip that will help out a whole ton. And of course, flipping decor will help out when doing certain layouts where you want, okay, I want the bathtub to face this way instead of that way, but I want like all the little fixins from it to also face in that other direction as well. By curved beams, I think folks were kind of talking about, just like arches or whatnot that you can have as housing supports, things like that. That would be a big plus. More skybox options. A lot of folks these days have mentioned wanting to be able to just use the customize mode to change the entire dome shape of the house from day to night, or perhaps a different time of day. And even being able to customize the flooring, that would be extremely helpful too. No exterior is something that has been talked about quite a bit. By no exterior housing, I'm talking about let's just not have a house at all. So if I want to have like a little mountain or something like that, and then a door as if we're going into a mine shaft, cool. And I no longer have to like skin an entire house and make it look like this weird giant cave. Now maybe I can just have like, okay, here's like the little door, and you have a little bit of a cave, but now you can use the rest of the budget that you now saved up on to create like this really sprawling environment around that door. That'd be very cool. But just one example. Making all neighborhood decor viable is a big task, but it's also a big ask. Like, what if I want to make the ropes look a little bit different? Or what if I want the water in the tub to be a little different? So more options there, of course, would be helpful. And then finally, glass tiles. I'll go ahead and leave the rest of this on screen. But glass tiles, another big deal. So if people wanted to create the illusion of an aquarium of some sort, this would be something that's possible. Or if they wanted to have like this kind of like semi-translucent glass floor, you know, like, hey, check out this like overhead walkway or something like that. We can see everything below, like lava or what have you. But we do have enough of that reflective surface to kind of tell us, okay, we're not just walking on invisible stuff. We have this whole feel of walking over glass. Now, of course, there's the list of things that people want to have in housing there's no end to it. And there's only so many things that we're able to bring in for these bottom tiers. I'm just going to leave these things up on screen. And, you know, we've been talking about these during this whole video or during this whole recording. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think should be added or removed or whatnot from this list here? Chime in the comment below, like the video, subscribe for more stuff, and I'll see you guys for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.